joined by a very special guest this morning, Dell. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Jayme.
And now there are so many nice things I could say about you because we have worked together on stage as musicians, but this week I get to get a little sports perspective from you because you are a multi-sport athlete, a part of the Fastball Hall of Fame, if I understand correctly, and an Olympian as well. So it's the Manitoba Power Smart Games, and you actually have been a part of an event like this, and actually the Power Smart Games before, right?
Yes, many, many years ago, and I believe it was 1984. It was totally a different format at that time, so it wasn't like a developmental thing. It was people could enter a team from whatever region or whatever, and they'd put you together, and it was just basically like a glorified weekend of like a tournament, basically.
Okay, so it was just a weekend, and now we have a full week. So coming into NPC and seeing all of these athletes that are living here for the week, does it bring back memories for you as far as the games or even the Olympic Games?
Well, exactly. It brings me back to like the Pan Am Games and the Olympic Games. Anything where you've got all the excitement of so many different sports going on, and just the organization that it takes to put something like this on. The opening ceremonies were awesome. I mean, it takes a lot of work for all of that to happen, and you can feel the spirit as soon as you walk in here.
Absolutely. So, are you watching the games this week?
Well, I'm planning on taking in a few things. I was kind of really interested in seeing some wrestling. That's something that I've never seen live anyway, so I'd like to see how that looks, and maybe some bringette and hockey. That would be good.
Absolutely. So as a multi-sport athlete, what are your sports?
Well, I played a lot of sports from softball to hockey to ringette to basketball, volleyball, badminton. Yeah, you name it. Whatever there was a sport to play, and if there was somebody to play against, I was there.
Now, I've never experienced a time where I had to sleep and stay somewhere that was totally out of my element and then be ready and expected to perform your best at your sport the next day. You have done things like that. Is it more difficult on the athletes to be staying in a place that's foreign to them?
Absolutely. There's way more distractions. You have to... If you want to be the best that you can be on that particular day, you have to really focus on your scheduling and your routines. And we saw that a lot with the people who were watching the Olympics in the last couple of weeks, how everything is so very routine and ritualistic for a lot of the athletes. And you have to do that. You have to plan your sleep times, you have to plan your meal times and all that, and you have to take time for having fun, but you also have to rest and make sure you're mentally ready, and there's just a lot of distractions to keep you from that, so it takes a lot of energy.
So if you think back to Dell at this age, an age of high school, do you think that you had the focus? Do you think that these kids have the focus that it takes to actually go to sleep, or are they staying up all night?
I think that I think they're probably getting their rest. I'm thinking that if they come to an event like this, if they're still competing, their coaches are going to make sure that they're behaving themselves and getting the rest that they need. However, I'm sure that there are some moments where they're breaking code and having a little extra fun that maybe the coach isn't aware of. But I think it's different now. I think the coaching is better. The whole idea of playing on an elite level is different than when I was there. For me, it was just go out and play at that age, but now I think it's a lot more structured, and people know a lot more about the science of sport and that type of thing than we did when I was growing up. So it's a little bit different, I think.